Hey, YouTube Rando here. It's time to do another garden update. So you can see the okra plants. They're probably about, I don't know, about 4 feet tall, something like that. Man, I have had no problems out of the okra at all. You can tell I've been pruning off the side leaves a little bit, so my plants down here will get a little bit of sunlight. And this is just an extension off of the regular bed. It's not as high as the regular bed, so most of the water drains from in there to in here. So I don't have to do too much watering. And we've been getting a lot of water lately, a lot of rain. So it's been raining for 2 days now. You can see I got some nice big okra on there. I need to come out here and harvest. It wasn't ready yesterday, and now it's already ready. Actually, that one looks like it might be a little bit too big. I did notice on the big ones, if you fry them, they're fine. You don't have, it still comes out to be good okra, so we don't throw them away, we keep them. But I haven't had any problems out of the okra, no pests, no disease, no nothing. Okra does great here, so we'll definitely be doing okra once we get the main garden set up. Like I said, this is just a test garden, but we've probably gotten, I don't know, 10 mils out of it easily, out of 3 plants. Really, it's 4 plants. You can see there's 2 plants here. They were in the same cell, but these 2 produce about as much as the other 2 do, so I just consider it 3 plants. We pulled out the beans. The beans weren't doing real well, so we pulled them out. I got my first pepper the other day. You can see here. And within 2 days of it growing out, something ravaged it. So there's a few more on here, but I'm sure whatever's killing them off is gonna end up eating them. So I wasn't too worried about the pepper plants. It was more or less, again, just an experiment. That's a little bitty tobacco plant that's just doing horrible. It's actually standing up now. It has been laying over for like 3 days, so maybe it'll come back. Cucumbers are doing horrible. I do have some cucumbers on here. Let's see if I can find one. But you can see I have a pest problem with them. I just don't have money for pesticides right now, and I don't. You know, this is all just experimental. I'm seeing what I can grow without pesticides, actually. I've never used pesticides in my garden, and I don't want to start now. I may end up getting some BT and using that for the caterpillars and hornworms and whatever the hell they're called, squash bugs. I don't really know what they're called. You can see it's got some cucumbers on it. But the leaves are doing really bad. I think a lot of it has to do with the heat down here. The heat, every time I come out here, these are all wilted and looking real bad. And then I'll wait till nighttime. I'll water them right before sundown, and they perk back up. But by next morning, they're already starting to wilt again from the heat. So I think a lot of it has to do with the heat. But I do have, there's a lot of cucumbers on there. I mean, they're really small, they're not big. Another problem I'm having is keeping them off the ground. You know, they're growing all over the ground. You can see it growing into my potato tires there. So they need some work. If I ever do cucumbers again, I'll definitely have them running up lattice or something. Some strings or something. Oh. I thought I was getting a new bell pepper. I don't guess I am. So we're going to cut inside and show you what we have in there. Finish this video up in there. So we'll be right back. Alright, so this is the 2 small pepper plants. Here's one, and here's the other one. It's the ones that are in the pot together. They look decent. They're not real big. They're not near as big as this one, which is, I don't know, probably 16 inches, something like that. And it looks like it's doing decent, but there's no peppers on it anywhere. You can see that stalk is nice and big compared to those. And these are just competing for roots. I shouldn't have left them both in the same pot, but I did. So there's no going back on it now. This is the basil, and it's insane. That's one basil plant. Right there, that's the one that's in the 2-liter Coke bottle. And then there's the other one. Those are all fixing to get trimmed, and they've been trimmed and harvested probably, I don't know, 10 times each. So there's 3 plants in this pot, and they're all full. I don't have much trouble out of the basil. I feed them once a week. This pot needs more dirt in it. You can see the roots on this one almost. I don't know if it's going to focus in or not. It's kind of dark in here right now, but they're real green. You can see I got some huge leaves up here, but they're getting real bushy. So I'm going to trim them back a little bit and then let them get bushy again and get fresh basil. So we'll just keep trimming them. And that's going to be it for this one. We have no peppers at all. That kind of upset me. I'll never grow peppers again. Not bell peppers anyway. We'll try something different next year for sure. Some kind of hot pepper, chili pepper, something like that. But the basil, the okra, all that stuff's doing great. So it's going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching, YouTube.